Session will be on learning to use and transpose formulas and really sum up and finish off our chapter 1. So transposing just means changing the subject of the equation. Um, Normally, if you are doing as general maths or as in junior maths, you would have seen that your teachers might have just given you a lot of different formulas that were the same. Likewise, with speed, we know speed is distance over time, but just by transposing and moving time over next to speed, it turns into distance is equal to speed and time. Likewise, I could have then taken t to the other side and divided, and it would so s to the other side and divided, and it would have turned into time is equal to distance over speed. So we're getting multiple equations, but realistically, it's only one equation. It's just moving it around, reshuffling. So we did go over learning about um, making a particular variable a subject, and that's really all this is. So when it says t is equal to r squared plus 2 over 2, the first thing I would be doing here is getting rid of my fraction and timesing both sides by 2. That will give me 2 times t is equal to r squared plus 2. I'm wanting r, so look at what else do I have? I've got that plus 2 there, so the opposite of plus 2 is take away 2. So I'd go, I'm just getting r to one side just so it's easier. 2t take away 2. And the final step would be square rooting to get r by itself. So r is equal to the square root of 2t minus 2. I forgot to add, be mindful, just pause this video, have a go yourself. These are just going through a lot of work examples to build your confidence up that you are understanding everything. So I do a phase still. So we're going to make B the subject of the formula. So that means we are wanting to get everything away from it, and we just want this B here by itself. So we need to know the opposite of a square root is the power of 2. So that cancels that square root out and leaves me with just s squared is equal to ab squared plus, oops, plus 2c. The next thing that I'm wanting to do, I'm wanting to look at, do I have any other information that any other terms that does not have a b? I do right here, 2c. So that's the first thing I get rid of. So the opposite of plus 2c is take away 2c. So I can just write that as c squared take away 2c is equal to ab squared. Now, the second part I need to get b by itself. So I get rid of a. Now that a there, I'll change the color, is timesing. So the opposite of timesing is dividing. This is where I'm going to rewrite it with b on my left-hand side now. So b squared is equal to s squared take away 2c over a. This leaves me with one more step, which is just getting rid of the power, which is square rooting. So b is equal to the square root of s squared take away 2c over a. Making h the subject of this formula. So we can see that h is in both of our terms. So I'm just going to highlight that. That means when I'm doing this, it actually makes it a lot easier because I'm just going to factor it out. So in the first term, if I divide everything by h, I'm left with pi r squared. If I divide everything by h in my second term, then I'm left with 3r. The next part to get h by itself, I'm dividing everything by what's in the bracket. So that gives me h is equal to pi r squared plus 3r. The next one is find the total cost, T, for D chairs, P dollars each, and C tables. I'm just representing it into an equation. So in this case, total cost is T is equal to D chairs for P dollars, so DP, plus C tables for Q dollars. So T is equal to DP plus CQ. This one gets a bit more challenging and fun. A garden has a rectangular grass section surrounded by a pathway. I'm just going to stop there and draw my lovely picture. So I've got my lovely grass area and I've got my part around it. The grass section has dimensions L meters and W. And W meters, and the pathway has a uniform width of P. So that means if I label this is W, this is L, and a uniform width of P meters. So this is P, this is P, this is P, this is P. I won't label it all, but you can see what I'm trying to show you. So if I'm looking at the total width of my grass as well as the path, the actual total width is W plus 2P. The total length is L plus 2P. So when it says write an expression for the total area of the garden, including the grass and the pathway, well, when we're talking about area of both, we're looking at the total width and the total length. So that would just be width plus 2P and length plus 2P. Write an expression for the area of the grass section. Well, the area for the grass section is just WL. And write an expression for the area of the pathway. So all we're doing is looking at what's in the brackets, and then we're going to expand that, and we're going to take away WL. So that means I'm going to go W times L is WL. W times 2P is 2PW. 2P times L is 2PL. And 2P times 2P is 4P squared. Then I'm going to take away the area of the grass, because area of grass is just WL, so I'm really just cancelling that WL out, and I'm left with 2PW plus 2PL, 4P squared. Now I just need to substitute the values in for question 4 to find the area of the pathway. So P is 2, so I'm just going to go 2, P is 2, W is 10, plus 2, P is 2, L is 20, plus 4P is 2, so it'll be 2 squared. Now I just need to finish this off and time. So 2 times 2 times 10 is 40. 2 times 20 times 2 is 80. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. So that leaves me with 40 plus 80 plus 16, which is 136 units squared. If I know the units, which I actually do, meters, I'll rewrite that as 106 meters squared. So just remember, if it tells you, you must put meters squared. Otherwise, we're still talking about areas, so you need to write it as units squared. Okay, thank you so much for listening.